so many Pokemon spin-offs, it's no wonder that we can't actually catch them all.
There's so many coming out every year, and one of the ones that I initially passed up on was Poképark Wii, Pikachu's Big Adventure. So this came back out in 2009 or so, when I was still in middle school. I don't know, I just didn't want to give it a shot back then, I guess. But it was different with you, wasn't it?
Yeah, I have an older brother, so hi, John. He got it for the Wii. It was like right around the time we got our Wii. It was like 2011, and so it was still fairly new. It was still, you know, not really a big deal, but for us, because we were really big into Pokemon, it looked fun. It looked relaxing.
As it's now 2017, this game came out in 2009. It's been over 8 years since Poképark Wii was first released. Is it worth your purchase? It still goes regularly for $30 to $40, even at GameStop.
Is it really worth it? Find out in today's review. So basically the storyline is that the Poképark is in trouble, and it's up to Pikachu and his friends. They have to collect pieces of the Sky Prism.
And they have to return them to Mew, who's in charge of the Poképark, like some sort of dictator.
In order to save it, yeah.
And I think that leads us into the gameplay of it, which I guess going with the whole feel of it, you know, being very kid-friendly and all, it's very simple gameplay.
You hold the Wiimote tilted on its side. But it's really easy. It's actually really similar if you played Mario Kart on Wii with the controller. I do, James won't.
I prefer the GameCube controller, but that's a different tangent.
Yeah.
Obviously, wanting to keep it simple, you know, it's like, alright, well, you'll just have the Wiimote on its side. It's like playing New Super Mario Bros. Wii or something. But I feel like if instead of holding it like this, you had this in one hand, the nunchuck in the other hand. Because I feel like that joystick just works better for running around a 3D environment. It took a bit to get used to it with a D-pad. It felt kind of like playing a PS1 game at times.
Pikachu controls really stiffly, particularly when he's running at higher speeds.
Though that's not to say he can't do a lot. Pikachu is actually quite versatile. He has a lot of moves. He can dash, he can jump.
He can use Iron Tail, which is like my favorite move, because you just like shake the remote. So the goal is to befriend as many Pokemon as possible through skill games.
And what skill games are is, I guess the best way to describe them would be kind of a glorified Mario Party minigame, except they're all single player, which it doesn't sound fun, but some of them are actually really good.
Like, I honestly, so basically the skill games are chase, battles, hide and seek, and quizzes, and I hated the quizzes.
I mean, come on, this isn't school. No one likes quizzes. Screw the quizzes.
But you can engage in battles, and they're pretty simple. It actually kind of brings you back towards the anime with how it's done, which is really fun. Like, I enjoy that. Pikachu just tends to overshoot even when you have the move targeted and lined up.
It's like, he doesn't, once he starts going, especially if you're dashing, he doesn't want to turn.
Yeah, and he doesn't want to stop, and it's really hard on us.
And then that's heightened by the upgrade system. It's wonderful because when Pikachu starts dashing at really high speeds, it's something like out of a Sonic game. But with that high speed dash, you get two problems. One, as we mentioned earlier, you can't turn. Especially at high speeds, you end up colliding into walls.
Right.
But then you get another problem. The game is beautiful looking.
Except when you're going fast and you get screen tears, which
Yeah.
throw you off.
And it's very strange because it runs very smoothly except for that. And it's
Yeah.
like, oh, what's happening? And it's screen tearing. It really does throw you off.
Especially, I hated it, especially in the later when you're going really fast and like there are like little paths you have to take. And I'd be going so fast, I'd get a screen tear, and I think that was fast. And then like Pikachu would be stuck there for like 15 seconds or so. Because the game is like, what have I done?
But with the exception of screen tears, it's a gorgeous looking game.
So each zone, I think there are like 12 zones.
Yeah.
And each zone contains an attraction, and the attractions are important because that's where you get the Sky Prism pieces. And they're normally really fun. You have to befriend Pokemon so you can actually play them. I actually really hated the flying ones. Flying ones actually controlled really hard because, like I said, it's definitely like playing Mario Kart.
Except imagine Mario Kart, except the controls himself. The best way I could put it as is in the newer Mario Party games, where a lot of the more motion control based mini games just fail, and I feel like the same thing goes here.
Yeah.
However, a lot of the mini games are actually quite fun.
Like, I know you actually really enjoyed the one where you have to bash the rocks in time.
Oh, I didn't actually enjoy that one. I just got
Really?
good at it. Yeah.
Like, you got really good at it.
I like the vine swing mini game though. That one was actually really
Oh
fun.
yeah, that's
Kind of wish some of them weren't motion control based. Like,
yeah.
okay, how many times can I swing the Wiimote? No.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the ghosty zone. It's like a haunted zone. I think it's actually called the haunted zone. I call it the ghosty zone.
You forgot the name?
I forgot the name because I don't know. It's just like this giant haunted house, and like you just threw so many turns, and like you have to like go through and do all this stuff to unlock the doors, and it was really challenging, and I liked it. And they've got like this spooky like Ghostbustery music playing, and you spend the entire time thinking, oh god, what's gonna pop out at me? And there's actually one where there's a Gengar trapped in a painting in one of the top floors, and the painting like talks at you, and you have to do so much stuff before you can actually like learn that it's a Pokemon in the painting, which kind of really freaked me out because you just walk by it and it's kind of like, hey kids, you want to buy some drugs?
As for mine, though, I'd say my favorite zone is definitely the beach zone.
Yeah.
And not really for any other reason. And I just like the beach, and this one this game's very good at capturing atmosphere in the zone.
Yeah.
And that one literally was like, yeah, I feel relaxed here. Like, yeah, I could like sunbathe on this in this zone.
So I enjoyed the music. It was laid back where it needed to be, but like so pumped up like during battles or like in intense areas, like the lava zone, which is like one of my favorites. You get lost in it.
But the thing is, I'd actually slightly disagree. I mean, it's definitely very good atmospheric music, but I tend to judge game soundtracks on how well I remember it.
Yeah.
And with the exception of the battle music, because of how often I've heard it, it doesn't really stick out to me, which is kind of a shame, because even if it's a Pokemon spin-off, some Pokemon spin-offs have wonderful soundtracks.
Like Mystery Dungeon.
Mystery Dungeon comes to
Which
mind,
I'm
Pokemon
actually,
XD comes to mind.
Like, I'm actually playing Mystery Dungeon right now, and it's like really fun. Like, the music is great.
The soundtrack's passable, but it's not great. So overall, what would you say your final thoughts on Poképark Wii are?
Final thoughts, I enjoyed it. I didn't realize how much time I'd like put into this game, right? Because, I'd just be playing and playing and playing, and afterwards I realized, oh, I've been playing this for like 5 hours. Wow. And, it's marketed towards younger kids, as we said earlier in the video. Like, I'd personally, highly recommend it.
And, you know what? I'd actually really agree with that. I mean, sure, it's not a perfect game, but it's a very relaxing game. When you first told me about this game, you're like, you should really play this game. I was like, really? That game? Because I'd seen videos online of it, and I thought I would have been bored with it.
Yeah.
But instead of being bored, I felt extremely relaxed playing this. It was a great game to wind down with at the end of a long day.
It was actually really cool as well, because he definitely thought he was going to get bored, and he got the first gameplay session, and then I took over and played while he edited videos. And he actually played for like an hour and a half without realizing he'd gone for like an hour and a half, because it just sucks you into it. And even though the storyline is kind of mediocre,
Virtually non-existent.
There's like no plot. You just kind of run around.
You make friends and you thunderbolt stuff, I guess. As simple as it is, it's like I find it's a game you can really sink a lot of hours into.
Actually, my favorite part, going off that thunderbolt tangent, is to get some of the fish friends, you have to thunderbolt them out of the water, and I felt like that was really mean, because then they're like, oh hey, do you want to be my friend?
And it's like, I nearly killed you. It's a game that I could see going nowhere but up in price, but overall we would highly recommend it.
Yes.
So thank you very much for watching.
I'm Emily.
I'm James. And remember to, like, comment, subscribe, upvote, follow, all that good stuff. Anything else they need to do?
Remember, you can follow us on Instagram and Twitter. We post so many dank memes.
Yes.
We have a Facebook too.
The Facebook's like where we put the memes.
Yeah.
And Instagram, we do like actual pictures and stuff.
Yeah, on our Instagram, actually, we normally post pictures up from our date.
She has this random drumstick. You can't see it, but we actually have a teleprompter, on my laptop, and it's kind of far, so the only way she can reach it is by using this press down the space bar to start and stop the teleprompter. But that's off off topic, and that's a tangent. And remember, if you enjoyed what you saw, to please share this with your friends on any form of social media. And we will see you
next time.